Time now for news from the left. Welcome back to the show. First up, talk about delusional. There are some in the White House actually comparing Joe Biden to Ronald Reagan. A top confidant of President Biden telling Axios, "We are Reagan. We had a big plan. We are getting it in place." The comparison is being made due to a 1982 Washington Post ABC News poll that indicated Reagan should not seek a second term, the majority believed. That was halfway through his first term as president. Biden and his handlers are trying to take that and spin this because he's so unpopular right now, saying, oh, yeah, you all loved Reagan. Well, we're going to be just like that. Well, do you remember what Reagan did in 1984? I think he won every single state except Mondale's home state. You can trust that ain't going to happen this time around for Joe Biden, and the comparison is just hysterical. Next up, just for a moment, let's take a look at just the blatant racism that comes out of MSNBC from time to time. Take a look at this as they talk about Herschel Walker, who is running for Senate in the great state of Georgia. And it's not just a bit racist, but it's also hilarious to think about in comparison to another sound bite that we've heard from President Biden in the past. First, take a look at this.
That's what Republicans like. That's what Republicans want from their Negroes, to do what they're told. And Walker presents exactly as a person who lacks independent thoughts, lacks an independent agenda, lacks an independent ability to grasp policies.
So that's what Republicans want, apparently. But, you know, it's funny that he says it like that, because if you recall, it wasn't that long ago that we heard this from the guy who's the president of the United States.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Oh, okay. So Republicans just want to control the African-American population, but the president of the United States says if you can't decide if you're voting for me or not, you ain't black. And that's the one that Elie Mystal and that dumb lady from MSNBC find to be more offensive. It's very interesting. All right. Finally, just another example, prime example of media bias. Tara Palmieri, who was a White House correspondent during Trump's presidency, worked in Politico, ABC News, and at the White House, she pretended to be objective, but we all know how that goes, right? They all pretend to be objective. She was on Stelter's show over the weekend. She said Donald Trump is just like a car crash. Everybody wants to see it. You can't take your eyes off it. But then she turns and talks about how it's so absurd that nobody trusts the media and that Republicans are trying to turn people against the media. Take a listen.
The media is not very popular with a big part of the GOP electorate, so it doesn't hurt them to trash us. It doesn't hurt them to say that we're lying and then to come to us when they need us. And it's just, it's a game they're playing, and we have to just play it better because they see us as pawns and as usable.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, literally 5 minutes before that, she completely exposed herself as blatantly political. Even as a White House correspondent. And then she has a big problem with the Republicans not trusting the media and saying we have to play the game better than Republicans do. I mean, you can't make that kind of stuff up. And finally tonight, some perspective before we go. Yesterday, you had the chance to go over to Trump's golf course at Bedminster in New Jersey for the Live Golf Tournament. We can pull up just some of the video here just so you can see it. Skydivers swooping in, some of the strangest golf you've ever seen. There was girls throwing beers to everybody in the crowd as they watched the game. Got to see the president there as well. It was a lot of fun. Take a look at this, the national anthem from my perspective.
America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her. America.
I know that is not the national anthem, but a good song nonetheless. And the president there. And it was a good time. And it's interesting what's happening with this new golf tour that they hate so much, because it's certainly changing golf. It's making it much different than anything I've ever seen. We'll see if it catches on.
Hey, guys, it's Rob Carson. With inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates skyrocketing, your retirement plans are in danger. Well, our friends at American Hartford Gold can help show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Yeah. If you call them right now, they have a special offer. They will give you a free gold coin on your first qualifying order. So don't wait. Call now. Here's the number. 866-935-4309. That's 866-935-4309, or text Newsmax to 65532. That's Newsmax to 65532. Thank you.